Hey, what's up, Will?
How you doing?
Good, man. You ready to rock and roll today?
Yeah, even though I'm right here, normally I'm already parked by now. But
Good.
yeah, I could roleplay. I could roleplay. I'm on the road, but I could roleplay, and that helps me out. Like when I'm actually sitting down on the phone, it's gonna benefit me.
Good, good. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, because I did an event yesterday. I hosted a workshop. Uh, really, what we did was talk about how to pull leads out of 5 lead sources. Because I know most agents only have a couple of them. So I was teaching them how to do 5 of them. So that's why I couldn't role play yesterday. But
Five of them.
yeah, expired for sale by
Okay.
owner, past clients, probates, and third party referrals.
The third party referral.
Yep. Like Homelight, Fast Expert, Agent Pronto,
Now
companies.
for those platforms, um, you need to have like a specific amount of transactions, right, per year.
Not necessarily. No, I mean, as you know, you're going to upload what you've done. What they'll do is they're going to check you out, but that doesn't necessarily mean because you haven't done a lot, they're not going to use you.
Right. So
So,
which one you think most agents when they're starting to use those?
I would
Like,
I would use all three. Sign up for all three. Do Homelight, do Fast Expert, and do Agent Pronto. They take a big, I mean, look, they're going to take a decent rip from you, but who cares? I mean, I have one right now that I'm, working with this family. They're up in Bergen County and they're going to take 35%, but I don't care. On a $700,000 listing, it doesn't make, I'll take it all day, every day,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
So,
That's another review that's gonna help you out moving forward, and that's free marketing.
exactly. It's exactly right.
So
Yep.
yeah,
So that's what I did. So that's why I couldn't role play yesterday, but we can do today. And I probably should be able to do tomorrow. I usually have off Thursday and Friday, but I want to get you the reps, my friend. So um, I should be able to do tomorrow too. So let's see how today goes. What did you want to do today? What do you want to work on today?
I wanna do for sale by owners. Now I wanna mention something. So, do you convert a lot of those? What do you focus the most?
For me right now, it's past clients and probates. But it's not that I don't
Okay, okay,
call. I just passed it for sale by owner yesterday on the road, took down the number, and we'll call them today.
okay.
Yeah. I would recommend doing that too. If you're finding that you're not getting the leads you used to, which we're not. I mean, transactions are down almost 50% from 3 to 4 years ago. So
Yeah,
we have to get creative as agents and brokers on how to help and serve the public. So with regards to getting leads. So that's one of them. I'll
right.
take a day. I'll just take my car out and I'll go drive a specific neighborhood and see what's going on there. Any dilapidated houses, I'll take down the address, research them and get the owner's number and see if they want to do something. If there's a for sale sign, I'll call. If there's a for rent sign, I'll call. Things like that.
Yeah, yeah. I went to a for sale by owner yesterday, and then everything went well. So I'm gonna continue to refine how to do things. You know, like going over there and adding value. So
That's it.
took the and also like I gotta print out. I want to have like a quick because she didn't want it to give her email, so I want to print out like a about me, like a type of resume. Maybe not like a whole presentation and drop it off there, but something brief. You know,
Well, here's what you
example
could do.
would
Here,
go ahead.
here's what I do when I'm following up with them. Because you mentioned the key word there is providing value to them. So when you're following, because remember, for sub owners need two things in high amounts. They need ridiculous amounts of approval because everybody's telling them they're wrong for doing what they're doing. They're not. They don't understand and know there is a better way to do it and a more profitable way to sell their property. They just don't know that. We have to educate them on that. And then the second thing they need is ridiculous amounts of follow-up.
Yeah, that is the main thing right there.
Yep. So approval, because every agent that calls them is telling them they're wrong for doing it, and they're not. Again, they're just like, imagine just, running. You have a goal in mind, and you see the goal, and you turn around and run in the other direction. That's all they're doing. They're just running in the wrong direction. We're going to turn them around, and we're going to steer them in the right direction. That's all.
Yeah, because I was listening to content the other day, and they say like the for sale by owner is like one of the greatest lead because, and I've said everybody look at it from different ways, and sometimes it makes sense because these people are telling you that they want to go for sure right now, that they're ready to go for it, and even better than an expired listing because expired listings, those people already came off the market, have problem, didn't want to do things probably um, correctly, and probably that's why the home expired. It's not always the agent. Well, it comes to the agent at the same time because you have to handle the situation. That if you got the skills to demonstrate what's really going on in the market and help to find people to make the best decision that is for them.
Well, brother, here's the deal. Properties only sell. It's one reason. What do you think the reason is why a property doesn't sell?
The price.
That's it. No. Not location, not agent. It's the price. Because price fixes everything. Price can fix shitty marketing. Even an agent who markets a property lousy, if the price is right, somebody will buy it. Right?
Right. Okay.
So equate everything to, it's the overwhelming reason why a property doesn't sell is the price. That's it. But agents, because transactions are so far and few now, what are they doing? What do you think an agent does when you see a property expire and the price is really high? What do you think happened with that property and that agent?
They took it overpriced.
Exactly.
To get the listing.
That's it. Just to get the listing.
Just to take listings.
And now what we do, because our skill level is where it is we have to now explain to the seller and show them what properties are selling and in what price points they are, what ones aren't selling and the price points that they are, and more likely than not, theirs is going to be in that. And then we have to have you have to be firm but fair with them, but look, we can price your property here. You were already there, and we know with certainty that it isn't going to work because you still own it. If the price was right, it'd be under contract or sold already, right, Mr. Seller? Yeah. Okay. Well, we can just go into that and price it in that second strategy where we know other properties like yours are selling. And then at least that way, you are guaranteed to get to Florida in the time you want. Based on what you're looking to accomplish and why, which one of these two strategies do you think is going to serve you and your family best? And let them pick. But agents don't have that skill to do that. To politely confront, you have to politely confront a seller. They don't want confrontation. Number one, they don't want confrontation because nobody likes it. But number two, they don't know how to politely confront a seller. So that's what we do.
In an educational way.
What's that?
Politely, in an educational way.
Yeah.
Confrontation, like in educational confrontation, consulting.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I just did. When you give them facts, let them choose. Here's the price points that aren't working, and more likely than not, their property is going to be there. So if they expire at $899, let's say, for example, they expire at $900,000, and we see on the market properties at $900, $890, $880, they're not selling. We know that. We see it. And then the properties that are selling are $820, $830 in that area. Okay? So in my presentation, I'll show them and say, okay, well, You can go one of two, there's two strategies sellers use to get the most of they can out of buyers. Number one is they start out high and leave room to negotiate down, which I'm sure you're familiar with that strategy, right? And they're going to be like, yeah, okay. And there comes some challenges with that. Can I explain to you what they are? Yes, sure. And then I explain to them that a lot of times sellers that use that strategy aren't motivated to move. They price it high. We know it's above market. And they have two options. They can keep it if it doesn't sell, which a lot of times it doesn't. Or number two, they can just keep relisting it at that price and hope that a buyer comes and purchases it. And then I say to them, well, let me ask you, Mr. Seller, is it an option for you not to sell the property, but still make the move to Florida? Maybe rent this out. Now, I know the answer to that already. The answer is no. And the reason I know the answer is because I've already pre-qualified them. So I've already asked that. And they'll say, no, I have to sell it. Okay. That just brings us, Mr. Seller, to that second pricing strategy, which is pricing it where we know properties like yours are selling. And that will ensure two things. Number one, you're going to get the absolute most a buyer is willing to pay for your property. But number two, more importantly, it will get you to Florida in the time you want. So you and your family can all move at the same time based on what you're looking to accomplish and why. Seeing this information, which one of these two strategies will help you and serve you and your family best? And then you let him choose. That's presenting facts, educating them on what's working and what's not working. That's it, man. So when you go, so for example, when you go into this for sale by owner and you go now and call them back, you mentioned it, offering value. Well, what's a good value proposition for you when you talk to them? Yes, it's good that it's, if you want to bring something over about you, that's fine. But then that makes the transaction about you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So then what would be a way for you to provide value to them and not make it about you, making it about them? What could you do?
So yesterday I took the seller disclosure just in case they get an offer.
Perfect.
And I took also a blank listing agreement because I put it there for them to study, read it, and ask questions for me or either other agent when they are ready to put the property in the market.
Okay.
I brought that for them. Mm-hmm.
How about this? Instead of a listing agreement, because you're giving it for you or someone else, maybe you bring over a contract. Hey, Mr. Seller. Hey, Mr. Seller. I notice you're doing an open house on Saturday or Sunday. In the off chance that you have a buyer that actually maybe wants to purchase it, do you have a contract for them? What do you think their answer is going to be?
No.
Yeah. Would it help? Would it be helpful or valuable to you to have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take the as is, right?
Just a blank contract. A blank one. And just walk it over to them or go over to them. Because they don't have a contract. And look, realistically, the numbers suggest the likelihood that they're going to have a buyer that's going to want to purchase the property from them is low. It's very, very low. 99. No, it's 90. I think it's 97.4 or 5% of transactions are sold with agents because we have the ability to expose it in a way that they don't. And again, we just have to explain that and educate them in that manner. Because again, there's a better way to do it and a more profitable way to do it. We just have to explain it to them that way. They just don't know because there's things I don't know. I mean, if somebody sat down and said, do you know about physics? I'd be like, I have no freaking idea about physics. I know gravity. Right. So they're going to teach me about it. Most people have not sold a home in their lives. It's like going to a doctor who's done 0 surgeries versus a doctor who's done 400 or 500. Who do you want to do your surgery?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So it's just presenting it to them in that manner and then letting them, it's just showing them here. So my fee will be more than made up when we get done with it because, again, we're going to be having this in front of every single buyer's eyeballs. We have 100% market share, and that's what we would want, right, Mr. Seller? 100% of the buyers looking at your property, and they'd be like, yes. Yeah. If you really knew, Mr. Seller, that hiring someone like myself to get this beautiful home in front of 100% of the buying public, instead of having agents calling you all day for this property, if you knew something like that was possible, do you think it might be worth 10 minutes of your time?
Okay, so yeah, do always the close that way.
I do. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I said I do.
You do.
Yesterday, what? What happened yesterday?
Nothing. I went over there and, I had a good conversation with this lady. It was easy going to talk to this lady. So I went over there and then I went over there with the intention that, I just wanted to preview the property. Let me see the property. And, if I have someone, I don't have one. So, she knew I don't have a buyer right now.
Sure.
My intention is to find one. So I didn't beat anything about the bush. I didn't lie, and I told them, I had the conversation. I did the walkthrough and everything. So I told them, and if I told her also, my intention is, if you have any questions, here's this paperwork. Feel free to call me at the same time. If you don't sell the property you own, my intention is to have the opportunity to interview for the job. I was clear, straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Here's a good question you could ask when you're there, or you can ask it when you follow up with her. Here's a great question to ask her. Two of them, actually. Number one is, what's the time frame that that you have it on the market as for sale by owner? How long are you going to be on the market before you decide you're going to hire a professional to just sell the property and get you the most?
Okay, so
how long? They'll tell you. Well, I don't know. One answer is I don't know. One answer is 30 days, but that all goes to their motivation. Did you get why she's selling the property? Did you ask?
Yeah, she retires. Her husband is retired.
Okay.
And they already have a place to go.
Where?
As well.
Where?
And it's near family. It's up north in Florida. I forgot the name.
Okay.
I've never heard that city before. So when people tell me places like that, I gotta do a better job.
That's okay.
I'm gonna tell them in 3-4. I'm gonna tell them, remind me again where you're moving to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, she retired. He retired, and yeah, they're moving up north, and they already have a place to go.
Okay, so they're moving to Florida.
Yeah, they down here in Florida. They're moving up north.
Yep.
They stay in here, and they're moving up north. And they have a place, because now what I'm adding to my script is that part, because now that I'm with EXP, I could help anybody to relocate.
Sure.
And offer that be part of my value proposition that I didn't have that in December when I moved with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
the company.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
that can tell me also more about their motivation.
Well, you just ask them. I mean, honestly, William, just ask them. What was the particular reason you're looking to move to wherever you're moving to? They'll tell you. All right, we're retiring. We want to move up north. Awesome. Tell me about that. What's bringing you there? Why up north? Now I have a house there. Okay. Wow. Have you owned the home a long time? Is that a second property? Do you have family near you? Keep digging, brother. I keep asking why until they tell me that's it. I'll say, is there any other reason you're moving? Is there any other reason you're moving? Is there any other reason? Is that what else is important to you about that? When they finally tell me that's it, then I move off of motivation. Keep digging. Keep digging. That's the reason. The motivation is not they're moving up north. That's not it. You think it is, but that's not it.
So it's near to family. They told me that they want to be near to family.
Why is that important to them?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? That's not it either. It's not to move near family. That's not the motivation. Then when they say, well, I want to be near family. Wow, okay. Tell me about that. What's important about being near family? There's a reason.
Why is important near family?
There's a reason. whether it's their grandkids are going to school there, they're, whatever. We want to live it's in a 55 and over community, and we want to enjoy our friends up there. Whatever, that's the reason. That's the motivation. The other parts are just the exterior. If that makes sense.
That was okay. That was like a surf level.
Yes. Base level, brother.
Okay.
Base level.
Base level.
You're getting base level motivation. You need the deep motivation, the real reason why.
The real reason why.
Yes.
Yeah.
So base level. We're moving up north to North Florida. Base level. Shoot. Hold on a minute. Yes.
And then what I got that from today, and then the value part, not making it about me. Number 2, and then number 3. How do you say? How long are you planning to be in the market as a for sale by owner?
Yeah. So yeah. So
Like
the
that, right?
the third question. Yeah. So one of the questions you'll ask is, and I always affirm them too. When they're give you answers, thank them for hey, thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. So share with me, Mr. Seller, how long do you think you'll be on the market as a for sale by owner until, like if after 30 days you're still on the market and you haven't sold or gotten a contract, is that the time frame that you're going to think to maybe hire a professional like myself? That's the first question. And then the next question is, once they answer that, let's say they say 30 days. Okay, 30 days, a month. How will you know when you've met the right agent?
Yeah, I have to write that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing it right now. How do you know?
Yeah. How do you know? Come on in. My cleaning people. How will you know
Okay.
when you've met the right agent? You can come in. Yeah. How will you know?
Got it.
So how long will it take? How long do you have a time frame as far if I usually ask it in the way of if the property has not sold in 30 days or 3 weeks, will that be your time frame to hire an agent?
Okay, will that be your time frame? Yeah.
Yes. Come in. Come in. Yeah. Will that be your time frame? And then the second one after that I ask is, how will you know when you've met the right agent? That's a powerful question because that'll tell you what kind of personality style they are.
Yeah. If the home is not sold in the next 30 days, is that the time frame?
Yeah.
Is that the time frame to hire a professional?
Yeah. Or you can say 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Or what's your time frame to hire an agent if the property hasn't sold? However you want to word it. You can word it that way too.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then
what I have done is like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, and then again, when you all you're doing with this is you're just figuring them out. Their personality style. Are they an amiable? Are they an expressive? Are they a driver? Are they an analytical? These questions let you know that. And then you can match how they are.
That's powerful. I'm writing down. No, find out the type of person they are.
Yes. It's important. If they're not a talker and you are, you have to shorten your sentences with them and get to the point. If you are not a talker and they are, vice versa. They're going to want to get you off the train track.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Good stuff?
Got it. Yeah. Man, this has been powerful. I really appreciate it.
Good. I'm glad because
put this to work.
I want you converting. That's the reason. Listen, I mean, the reason I love doing this, I love helping you guys, but more importantly than that, it's I want you guys converting. You're talking to these people that
Yeah.
that need help. If not you, it's going to be somebody else, and I want it to be you.
Yeah, and I have switched my mentality. My everything is mindset. To me, I'm for sale by owner right now. A lot of people complain about them. A for sale by owner is a person that has fear to do something, and might not understand how something works, and it's just like calling a circle prospecting person that already made the decision that they want to move.
Yes.
That's all. If you look at the funnel, and we start with circle prospecting, with just filling a pipeline, man, this person is already there. He already raised their hand, and all that you have to do the follow up. You know for a fact that the time frame follow up that you have to do at least is 3 weeks to a month.
Yep.
Instead of when you do circle prospecting, it could be a year, it could be 2 years. So if you're following up, this, that. So it's like it's all about mindset. It's all life is just the way you see things.
It's absolutely true.
So
Yes. It all
yeah,
starts there.
lately, yeah, lately I see the for sale by owners in a very different way.
Yeah.
So
They need help. They want they're usually motivated. They need help. They just don't know that there's a better way to do it. That's all. And we're here to help
that's
them.
all. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna get to work right now. I know you have people and stuff going on in your house, so
It's okay. It's just the cleaning
really,
people here. That's all. So,
yeah, I really appreciate it. And if we can talk tomorrow, even better because
yep.
tomorrow at this time
Yeah.
I'm from home. Right now I'm driving, so I took notes, but I want to take like even more notes and put this to work like starting already in the weekend or next week. So I just want to have like a even a clearer picture.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Gotcha.
it.
My pleasure, man.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the
Awesome.
rest of your day.
You too, brother.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Peace. All right, cool. That's a good call. Good call by him. Yeah, starting here. All right, so that was whoever's watching. That was a role play for sale by owner. He's a newer agent, part time, but I'm trying to get him to be full time. And what we're working on is the follow up for sale by owner. So he spoke to one yesterday and asked some good questions, but we could probe even deeper. So as initially when you get motivation and someone tells you the reason why they're selling, I'm moving to, in this case, I'm moving to North Florida. That's not the motivation. That's just the base level of why they're doing what they're doing. There's reasons behind that. There's a reason they're moving there. It's our job to find out why. So, additional questions that you can ask are when they tell you we're moving up to Northern Florida, to Jacksonville. Wow, tell me about that. What's bringing you to Jacksonville? Well, we have, and in this case, we have another home there. We have a second home there. We already have that home. We're just waiting to, we've retired and we're waiting to move up there. Now, in my brain already, I know that they want to move. They're motivated to move. So, but they're trying to do it on their own. Okay, great. And I appreciate you letting me know that. How long, what's important about that to be up in Northern Florida? How long have you owned that home? I would ask. Is that a home that you visit regularly? Do you have friends there? Why is it important for you to be up in Northern Florida? And then again, they'll tell you. And let's say, well, our friends are all up there. It's in a 55 and over community, and we're ready to just, enjoy retirement. That's the reason. Simplicity of life. That is the motivation, not we're moving to Northern Florida. The deeper reason is we're tired. When I would ask, was it a lot to maintain two homes? You have a home there and a home here. I'm imagining that's a lot of work between two houses to just the monthly maintenance cost between mortgage, taxes, insurance. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So it sounds like from what I'm hearing, really just simplicity of life, having your life just be a lot easier and with less things to do. Sounds like that's really important to you. Is that a fair assumption? Yes. That's their motivation, guys. They want to enjoy the golden years of their lives. Not we're moving to Northern Florida. So that's all I'm teaching him is to just ask more probing questions to figure out really the reason why they're doing what they're doing. And then once we have that with the for sale by owner, we can loop that in when we actually want to help them at the end. And you can ask those regular questions. Okay, I noticed a price of 800,000. Is that still the price? Has it changed? Are you open to working with that price, or is that very firm? Is there a particular reason you decided to sell it on your own rather than just hire a professional like myself who sold hundreds of homes? These are all great questions to ask after that. Okay, yeah, what you've been kind enough to share with me, I'm hearing a couple things very clearly. Number one, you definitely would sell a property if you got an offer that was reasonable and acceptable. And number two, it sounds like you wouldn't be opposed to working with an agent if, the numbers all worked out and we got you the absolute most with my fee being covered. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, great. And then close. May I make a suggestion? What's that? And they'll say yes. When you ask, may I make a suggestion? The answer is always yes. That's why it's geared that way. Love to simply pop by, see what the home has to offer in person. While I'm there, we can discuss two things very clearly. Number one, the marketing that would be involved in this to get this property in front of 100% of the buying public. They need to see this beautiful home. And we have the ability and the capability of doing that. And we can explain that to you when we meet you. Number two, more importantly, is your net bottom line. What you can realistically expect to receive when we're at the closing table, signing papers to close. And I love saying that because in their brain now, they're already at the closing table with who? With me. And then whether it's now or later, Mr. Seller, at least you've met with the top agent in your area. You will have all the information you need so you can make the best decision you can for yourself and your family. 8 U's. Does that sound fair to you? The answer is yes. Always sounds fair. Now, they may say we're not ready to list it yet. We just went on the market. We're not ready to do it. We're doing an open house this weekend. And that's your biggest, that's the biggest that you'll get, the biggest objection. We're not ready to list yet. We just listed it. Okay. And that's fine. No problem, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. If we were to connect, if we were to meet under optimal conditions, are evenings or afternoons better for you? Afternoons. Okay. So what time is your open house? 12 to 3. Okay. So if we were to grab some time, maybe 3:30 to kind of let the people that are hanging around, I don't want to interrupt them with you. Would 3:30 work for us just to kind of connect? And again, go over this information together. At least you've met with an agent in your area and you have all the information you need. But we're not ready to meet with an agent yet. Okay. And then at that point, if you keep pushing to close and they're not willing to do, then that's fine. Offer, you're going to follow up with them a ton. Because that's for sale by owners. They need two things with high amounts. Massive amounts of approval, massive amounts of follow-up. They need them both. So the follow-up is going to be important. So that's the call. That's the role play. And we're going to role play again tomorrow. So I'll stream it again tomorrow. And that's where we're at. So I hope this was really informational. And I do this every day. Guys, I run a role play group. Drop a comment, leave a comment or a subscribe if this information was helpful and useful for you. Look at some of my other videos. I do a lot of I do a role play every day. It's just a matter of with who and what it's about. I train agents and teach agents on how to do this so they can list property regularly. So I run it every day, 7:30 and 11:30. We go over all of the scripts, pre-qual, for sale by owner, expired. The afternoon is listing presentation and objections. So we can go over all of those if you're interested. Again, I also coach and mentor. So if you're interested in that, you can just shoot me a comment or a DM or just contact me. All my information, cell phone, everything is all over the place. So reach out. Would be an honor and a pleasure to work with you. Hope you get, if you're an agent out there and you're not doing enough deals for you, I know that transactions are very tight right now. The market has constricted, and we're at almost 50% less than we were 3 to 4 years ago. So if it's affecting you in that way and you're looking to get some mentorship and some coaching with it, I offer that as well. Pleasure. Hope this was informational for y'all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.